Hey, what's up? We're gonna be drafting some Spider-Man, or as they call it in these parts, through the Omenpaths. Let's see how we go. Alrighty then. Um, is there a reason not to snap up Boris here? What else? What else goes with Boris? So I'm sort of looking at Zan, like Boris Zan as kind of like a strong start. Like Zan can help sort of fix. They can kind of in web, like Boris can in web off Zan, uh, become huge. Let's have a look at the rest of the pack, see if there's anything else really worth taking. Um, Not really. Nothing that like Clutter Cluster, if that comes back, probably the go. But yeah, I think we'll just take a couple of in web spiders. Apparently, it's I can't remember it. The physical version of the card in web's called something else. I think I know. I was having a look at them the other day, but then I cannot remember. I'm not really sort of in a position where I'm playing online more than I'm playing paper magic, so I uh, only recently had a look through to find out what uh, Spider-Man characters all these cards are. Okay, so I immediately clicked on eccentric arachnologist. Sort of gives us a few more options between that and Zan. We can sort of go into a few more colors if we see anything like powerful enough that comes around. Like if we see like a good bomb impact two or something, then we could get that. As for a second pick, what does this do again? Look at the five, two creature cards. That might be like we'd want to be pretty creature heavy to really have this pay off. I actually don't mind knife trick, sort of as like a 3 mana, 3 damage to a creature. It's not the greatest. And actually, I spent too much time talking about it. But yes, it looks like we're on knife trick now. I might not have locked that in. Okay, so this is this guy. It's basically just a 2/3 flyer. Occasionally we get some mana out of it. I'm thinking either kitten or caracals. Giving a taking a double red, I feel like I want to take I would like this red one drop, but I wouldn't mind those cats if they come back. Just getting at these cheap creatures because we started off with double and web, so I want to help enable those. So maybe yeah, just these two guys. I don't mind where we started off. Sort of got this like kind of low to the ground Boris aggro at the moment, with like the top end being something that we can get out on 3 mana anyway. We'll grab Workforce, Temple Trap. Yeah, I think that's the go. Excuse me while I wait for the next pack. I'm just going to crack. Probably should have done that before I started recording, but some people are into that sound. Oh, um, missed that on the first go around, but zip. I think we'll take that, and we got the cat. All right, what is this? Trail of Teacups. Oh, wow, that that's strong. Like it's just 4 mana, like smashes a thing. What do we do next? Braco. Oh, this is that. What's the guy's name? The guy that the hunter. Um, Craven the hunter. Yeah. Here's Paladin. Let's draw a card and put a +1/+1. Oh yeah. It's like efficient trampler. we're kind of like we can sort of spec on black, and I think like we're gonna wheel something we want out of this. So I'm happy to like grab Breako, hopefully play it. Like hope maybe we can like have a good Jund mana base. And black leaves us open to like damning caress and allows just sort of like more ways to remove if we're going to be playing black anyway. Speaking of black, relax the accursed. Non-token creature, draw a card. Yep, yeah, we'll grab that guy. Flying haste. It's a pretty easy one. So I'll just quickly have a look at the rest of the pack just to make sure. Wouldn't mind the Vibrant Cityscape, but I'm pretty happy with what we've got here. Oh my god, these cheap black. I don't know how heavy on black we're going to go though. Like, if we're doing this, I at the very least want to have some good fixing. So maybe spend this pack. Although shock's pretty good to have. In that case, so I'd grab the Cityscape. And then hopefully the Savage Mansion. Marilyn Manson's brother. Ooh, Treadframe. Yeah, that's cool. That works really well with like the in-web stuff as well, because we can get it down cheaper. Alright. This is pretty good. They've almost got like a mid-level deck, you know, in terms of card count that we've, but like there's a few cards I probably would swap out for better stuff. We'll see how we go in pack 3. The way it's looking at the moment, black would be a splash, in which case we probably won't play like clandestine work. We'll probably sort of try to be light-ish on it, but we'll see what happens. I like that Savage Mansion can tap for a Knife Trick, but also Swamps can. Alright. Get rid of Ozor. Oh, what's this? 2 more spiders, put a +1/+1 counter. We've got plenty of spiders. Nice. That's not bad. Zaku. Maybe. It's pretty top end. Did my phone just vibrate? Alright. Yeah. Oh, I've already got the lizards though. Maybe we'll spec on that. Yeah, I think that's just too nuts. Like getting the 7 mana. We've got ways to ramp there as well. Yeah, it's pretty good. So like have like a few like small creatures. We can enweb our what is it? Enweb out Zan in play, and then be able to sort of try to get to the top end. There we go. Now my phone won't vibrate. What is it? Oh, okay. Just a podcast notification. The Infernus. Oh, that ramps. Okay, wait, slow down. Read the whole text of the card. It's I think I prefer this. +1/+1 for each mountain you control. We're probably not going to have that many mountains because we're 3 color. You know, I'll spec on it. Because I don't know how much discard we're going to have. We've got Knife Trick, but we might not have that much. So we could do like a Knife Trick where we like slam that guy up. But yeah. All right. Workforce and Wardens. What do we do? Do we grab Chizak? as like a second like big guy because I think we've got our early curve in a good position. Yeah, yeah, and that way we're sort of diversifying into the legendaries in case that matters. I reckon, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is the Spider-Verse card. Yeah, yeah, I've seen that one. Okay, probably those two. Let me double check. I've drafted this set a few times, but like some of the uncommons, I'm not as a lot of the rares I'm not as sort of familiar with. When you do take a creature, oh yeah, can't block. That's not bad. Okay, lizards and oh, what's this? No, come on, turn tag. No, no, no. Okay, let's just take this thing. Ooh, chariot. That's not bad. Like it's not, it's not really good, but it's not bad if we feel that we just want that extra bit of fixing. Um, Obviously, it probably won't make the cut because we've got a lot of playables, but we'll see. Oh yeah. All right. So one of the first things I like to do is because and I don't know, like last time I tried was like a couple of years ago, was like see if there was a way to stop it from auto adding the 17 like lands, filling out the lands. But yeah, I prefer to kind of do it manually. It's sort of just the way my mind kind of approaches it. So just get rid of those lands, just so I'm not being, yeah. I think I'm over explaining it. Okay. All right. So probably good on these. We didn't wind up picking up, and I think we went into black cards a bit late. So we like a lot of the like black removal we didn't wind up picking up. I reckon we're playing. We've got to make like 12 cuts basically. Chariot. Yeah, like even I can see just cutting that. The thing about Citizen, I do like little sort of effects like this, like your 2 mana 1/1 that draws a card. But it's double green, and I'm just not sure about it. I think I'd rather there's a chance we might cut it. In fact, yeah, I think we will. Ooh, yeah, we'll keep that just in case. Get rid of the clandestine work. So we just cut the black cards. Like I know I sort of specced on them. It was a speculation, but like we've just got these two. Just makes it a bit easier. I do like, and that makes the Infernus a bit stronger as well because we're not putting any swamps in. Like I do like a little spicy splash, but like only if it's worth it. And I don't believe it's worth it in this instance. Okay, this is the two dudes. We'll see. And web. There's a chance I'll put that in 3 column. There's a chance it might come out in 2. And this gets a bit stronger as well because it's an early double red. Okay. I got a 3 drop. Oh yeah. We actually wound up with, I'll pretend it's a 1 drop. We actually wound up with some reasonable removal. I might wind up, I know it's tricky because like Knife Trick only hitting creatures kind of can make it a bit of a lot of 3 toughness. So yeah, I reckon we'll keep it. But yeah, in which case do I get rid of Temple Trap? It's hard. It's hard. I don't like cutting removal, but like, let's put that there. Well, that's like a 2 mana combat trick +3/+1. All right. How do we look? We need 7 more cuts. Been through them all. Um, I like that this is modal. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I reckon at most I'll cut one of these cards here. Let's see. Let's see what we've got at the lower end. How many spiders do we have? 7. Whenever you attack with 2 or more spiders. So, like, yeah, if we have these 2 down, we can get a bit of an aggro start. Fanatic. How many CMC 4 or greater? 1, 2, 3, 5. Got a few. I think we can get away with 2 trample as well. I think we can get away with cutting 1. I reckon we'll shave that down a bit as well. We're pretty red heavy, so this might start as a sort of like a grey ogre, kind of like 3 mana 2/2. And but it also ramps, which is like great. Wardens, I don't think we've got anything really that. Although that does filter, so we'll see. Valet is 2 dudes. Does it do enough? We're not really taking advantage of the extra body, aside from the fact. So I don't like cutting cards like that, but I think just sort of a lot of the other guys are sort of in. Like, I know you can repeat the effect by sort of getting in for 1 and webbing back to your hand, but it's just a 1/1. It's not really going to do much. Like, it will be blocked by anything. Okay. All right. So I think we just want to make. I think I've got a lot of sort of like little ways there. Oh, actually, there's only one way. Like, you know, in terms of ways to make extra mana, like early on, there's only really one way. There's nothing really. So I could see myself be running this at 16 lands. The only big stuff, like, we've got ways to get to the big stuff, just as long as we can get there. But in Temple Trap also takes out random artifacts, which is actually useful. Just deciding what to cut here. I want to keep Trail of Teacups. I'll keep Wisecrack. Shock and Knife Trick. Got the Shock, because I'll keep the Grow Extra Arms as a sort of the pump trick. We've got this Dinosaur Villain, which actually combos pretty well with Trail of Teacups, because okay. This is tough. Could almost see myself cutting one of the big end, the high end. Yeah, it's sort of tough, because like what the reason I'm having kind of an issue like having problems deciding what to cut out of the last final 2 cards is that it's kind of doing this deck's kind of doing 2 things, right? We've got our sort of 2 big and web spells, right? We've got like Boris, who, you know, we want. We've got Zan, so like we want to play like a good number of early drops, and like some of these like early drops are pretty, like, can get in for some good amount of damage. But then on the other hand, like we've got sort of some high end stuff that we kind of want to like ramp to, like Tunnel Web Explorer. We've got a bit of ramp, so to get to this big stuff, and it's sort of like both kind of work because the mid range stuff needs the early stuff to get to the to come out, and that helps you get to like the high end. And I think because of that, I almost want to cut. I don't want to go too light on the spells though. I'm happy to make two more cuts here. Just deciding what they would be. I think I'd almost cut the full throttle fanatic. Sort of chucking on that extra point of damage for haste. It can make a big difference. Or maybe the galvanized workforce. Yeah, I think galvanized workforce because like if we get in, I don't want to make any more cuts in like the 1 and 2 drop in, but like yeah. So I was deciding between that and lizards sort of has the benefit of like you can get in and it's likely to survive on like when you attack with it on turn 3. Now over here, sort of I kind of want both the if we're keeping both big ends, I want both the favored fighters. So maybe I am cutting a 3 drop. Oh yeah, now arachnologists can grow. Can grow like a lot of these smaller guys that are spiders, which is basically this and these two. But yeah, see, I almost want to cut this, but like this is our like filtering, right? Like this helps us. This could potentially turn like a bad draw into a good draw if we land it and get to like get to attack with it safely at least once. So maybe I do cut one of these tricks. Probably. I think the grow extra arms kind of does what. Where is it? Or have I already cut it? Yeah, I've already cut it. Oh no, that's it. It kind of does what Full Throttle Fanatic kind of does, and like it can like get a bit of extra damage in, like in the late game, just in a different sort of way. But it also can be used as a removal spell, whereas Fanatic cannot. So I'm thinking of cutting the Fanatic base off of that. Or do we just cut this dinosaur? No, because that works with other things. All right. Make a decision, Lewis. I'll cut the knife trick because it's not. It's sort of we're not going to be discarding a card like to effect very often with it, and we have other kind of ways, and we've got other things to do with our earlier curve. Okay, all right, we did it. We made a decision. Maybe shock should come back in. No. We've made a choice. We've made our choices. Okay, it's roughly even. I'm just gonna go 8-8 and go from there because we've got some double. Yeah, we got 8-8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There. Okay. Oh man. Now that I sort of the reason I cut shock was because I've got the knife trick which kind of deals, but shock is just so versatile. Oh. Alright, we'll play the first game, and I'll see if I wanted to have shock in my deck at all. Opponent goes first. We're not doing much early on, but oh, there we go. I love it. Like we never do it in that position, but like technically we could pump this. So Arena's like, hey, do you wanna pump your opponent's creature? Hey, buddy, hey. Oh, where were you last turn? Okay. Quickly deciding between Infernus and Enrider. This would just start off as a 2/2. I think I'd rather, even though it does do a nice little ramp, I'd rather get it down a bit later. And this is a 2/3. I don't mind too much if it dies. Okay. Yeah. I'm not using its ability. Okay, so now I think we just play that. Leave grow extra arms up. And and I'm fine with it trading with like. I'd rather it, eat eat their flyer, but I'm fine with it kind of trading with a card in their hand. Okay, probably should have. Okay, in retrospect, I feel like I should have did the pump spell, then gone to block just to see, and then I could have saved my guy. But that's okay. That's we live and we learn. Okay, and that way we could play this turn. Yeah, why didn't I do that? That was really bad. Oh. Could kill that. We'll trade. Yeah, I think I don't mind getting stuff off the board. Like if they did some sort of tradey block. Bang. No attacks. How you doing, opponent? Oh, so good. Now, awkwardly, we don't have good attacks because I would love to enweb this out into play, but we don't really have good attacks to do that at this stage. So I think I'll play this, and now that it's resolved, I'll get this out. And next turn, yeah. So the only attack we really had was with the Arachnosaur, and I think I rathered holding off on that. Oh, nice. That's cute. Now next turn we could attack with Favored Fighter, which potentially trade with Vexbots. See how that is. Now, it's not lost on me that we are on a bit of a clock. And I gotta say, I wish I had a shock in my deck. Ugh. Although, having said that, quite a number of like any removal spell would be great here. Because I want to get rid of this Vexed bots. Like, I'm happy to just draw a fucking removal spell here. I think they're deciding. Oh no. I wondered if there was a world where they were deciding what to attack with. So the problem is we're dead next turn. So I think, yeah, I think we're gonna prevent that block. Just attack with everything. Because I don't think there's a way we can survive next turn, because they can just ping us for one, get in with their flyers. We'd only have like 2 blockers. We'd go to 5. Like, we would take 5 damage, and then they'd ping us for another one on the untap. Like, so the only chance that I see us having is if we can somehow get enough damage in there, which I don't think is possible. Yeah, it's not possible. But maybe they can block in such a way that they can't. They have to block in such a way that they can't get us on the backswing. So what we've really done here is we've made them think. And look, I don't think we actually, yeah, with these blocks, we're not getting out of. Holy shit. They forgot to calculate the triggered abilities. Oh my god. I think they thought they had it. That is so great for us. Wow. Wow. That's why sometimes your best line of play, and you gotta think about it. Like, don't just do it blindly, because I did that semi-blindly. I had a bit of a think about it, and I realized if I didn't do it, we were dead. But, so sometimes it's just to put your opponent on the back foot and just alpha strike, attack with it all. If you realize you're dead up otherwise, and you've got boards, especially if you've got boards like limited boards tend to become so. Now I'd be interested to go back and see if there was a way that they could have blocked that survived, because I honestly didn't think about it. You know, with Arena you don't have a lot of time to think of. Well, I thought about it, but I didn't, get to think about it much. Yeah, nice. We've got a removal spell. Now, what I want them to do is they're going first, have 2 turns where they don't play anything, and then I can web this out. They mulliganed. Nearly played the wrong land. That could have been awkward. At least we've got 2 options for turn 2 now. I think I prefer playing the Weaver. Yeah. So we're not like. Oh. Do I want extra mana? What are we doing this turn? I think we'll do it next turn. Because we're going to kill that anyway. definitely know that fella. Okay, now, what are we tapping for? All right. Hmm. I don't know why, but for some reason I thought this was the one that made a creature deal damage to itself. I think we'll just run out these guys. This started as a 4, right? Okay. Yeah, that's really good. So we can, because um, I think what we'll do is on our turn, if they attack, I'll snap off the trade. Well, all right. So now that that has happened, I will be playing Trail of Teacups, and I'll either deal 4 damage to the favored fighter, or I'll deal, if I get something bigger in the graveyard, I'll deal 5 to, think I've got to preserve the life total for a bit. Okay. Decline. Why? Oh, because it'll untap. Okay. It's 4. Okay. What do we get? Favored fighter. Oh, we just got another 4/4. Yeah. Oh, so rough. Okay, so I think we're gonna chump one guy in our turn. But I think we also need to chump one guy. Cheering Crowd's really good. What a fun card. Like, yeah. They are hellbent. Okay. Don't think we've got this game, but I think if I add the mana, I can play both of these guys, and then just hang on defense. I'm just gonna like run out my whole hand. I didn't have to play the land there, but fuck it. Okay. So now, if they attacking with everything doesn't. Well, I was about to say attacking with everything isn't necessarily the best thing for them to do. Well, it's not a bad thing for them to do though, but it allows me to. So I'll jump here, go there, go there. What do they have post combat? Oh, oh, nice. Okay, what's the biggest thing we have in here? Got the 5-4. I think it's the 5-4. Although that's correct. No, I think we get the 5-4. And hell yeah, we'll resolve. Pow. Pow. Okay. Now we have to dodge shock. Yeah, we have to dodge so much. Come on. Come on. Good game. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. This is a good run. These two games have been tight, so like dynamic, I'll say. They've been tight and dynamic. Like, yeah. They've been great. Okay, let's go for game 3. Like both the games were sort of one out of nowhere in a way. Obviously that last game wasn't really out of nowhere, but we like removed their only threat and they just couldn't replace it. Yeah. Yep, things to do, places we can go. Honestly, I don't hate enwebbing this. Oh. Now we're not going to get to in-web it. Sad Lewis. Is this light alright? Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what else we got going. Dark. Oh. Apologies, friend. I was playing with my light. Whoa. My big trick is that I've got a 3-3. And that's got like, yeah. That's really good. Really good card. Really good magic card for limited. I don't know if we can beat this. I know one of the ways we can beat it is by drawing the artifact that deals 5 damage to a creature. Because we can't have it deal damage to itself and kill it. Well, actually, technically we could if we get in with if I get in with an Infernus as a 4-4. No blocks. 2 attacks. What are... Oh, they've got the, like, potentially the +4/+4 trick. I think I might just block there. So if they hadn't attacked with the Free Strider Aces, I would have actually blocked the Eleni with one of my 4/4s. Probably this one, because I plan on attacking with this one. Yeah, kind of glad to draw one deeper to get that land off the top. But yeah, that was an interesting attack. Oh, fucking hell. Okay. Alright. We are not short of land. Is this a spider? Yeah, it is. Okay, so now I forgot that it's not that I forgot but the combat trick they have, they can cast. Well, if they have what I believe they have, which is actually bad for me. Like, I'd be trading this favored fighter for the +4/+4 if they have it. But looks like they're thinking about it. I think they're deciding, like, do I have removal or like a way to pump it? Do I have that trick myself? Yep, they're going in for it. And to see if they actually cast it, if they do have it. Because I don't even know if they've got it. They've got it. Okay. That was bad. But, surprise, motherfucker, I've got another one. Alright. Man, attacking with the Free Strider Aces was such a tell that they had that. And, like, it just completely changed my whole strategy. Like, I still attack with the favored fighter like I planned to. But I think I'm okay with the fact that it traded with the +4/+4 spell, given I have another one. But my plan is to... Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, my plan is to in-web that. Like, that's been my plan all along. Just to do that. Let's play another bloody land. And I think they just... Can they just kill me here? Well, they'd have to jump that again, actually. Oh, they buffed their guy. Attack in. I don't have reach, so I take 5. I have to block there. I have to... So, I'll use the mouse. So if they activate the spider, right, I believe I just die, because I take 5 from this, because I can't block it. I have to block, say, here and here, and then I would take 4... So that's 9 already, and then, like, just one of these will kill me. So yeah, they've got the win. Let's say good game. Oh my god. Alright. They're just, like, going in for the... What's funny is, I would have let them do the attack, just because the game would have proceeded through it pretty quickly, but just to see what negative life total they got me to. But because they went to the extra thing of putting a +1/+1 counter on their flyer, I got petty and I conceded immediately. Yes, that's what happened. But we were behind that whole game. We had a mid-level plan, and it just didn't pan out. But I didn't count it, but I reckon we probably drew more lands than non-land spells, like non-land cards. You know, a 16 lander. Is this going to be a 2/2? I don't know. I'm getting defeatist already. Like, just going into... We suffered our first loss, but both of our wins were kind of cheese wins. I think. I feel like they were just... We were behind, and then we were able to do the right thing at the right time. Basically, like, I was able to set up that Alpha Strike, you know, in the first game. That was like our only chance, like the Hail Mary Alpha Strike. And that second one, just drawing that removal spell at that right time. Like, I feel like we've sort of been lucky with our 2 wins. Not to think I don't think the deck's pretty good, pretty decent. It's doing some fun, interesting stuff. Also, have we been on the draw every game? Okay. Mountain, no play. Fine by me, friend. Okay, now am I gonna get to a shock? Damn it. I think I'll play the well um the I was gonna say the Phoenix, but it's not a Phoenix. But normally, like, you know, small red flyers, like 3 mana, 3 to red flyers within this like mana range, tend to be Phoenixes. But I'll play our human villain. Which character is this? It's not Goblin Glider, because I believe that guy's a goblin. I think I'll get out Dead Fang. I was tempted to sort of in web, but we can do it in web, provided they don't do anything. We can go in web next turn, and then replay whatever we in web back. Oh yeah, if this is all they're doing, like, this is the kind of stuff. Like, I actually don't mind doing this, like, you know, this sort of shenaniganery. Look, they're playing John like we were going to. But like, the thing is, when you do this sort of stuff, like this kind of strategy, kind of gets you. Okay, all right. And it doesn't matter which one we bring back. That's neat. That to leave the battlefield. But yeah, no, we will always recasting him. And see, now we've got this like board of threats. If they don't do anything, we are attacking for 13 here. Oh, sorry, 12. Oh my god, we just won. Like, what can they do? Because this is basically where you think the Arachnosaur is a pump spell. Now that is a game. And by that I mean it wasn't really a game. The opponent basically did nothing, and we just played creatures and attacked with them. All right, three wins. So we're playing for it's match point. Well, tournament point, I guess, because if we do league point, is that what it's called? Because if we, no matter what happens this game, it's over. The draft is over. If we win, we get the glory. If we lose, we get less glory, but at least we showed up and went 3-2 instead of 4-1. So how are you doing anyway? Having a good day, good evening. You listen to music while you watch this? I like doing that. Like, if I'm watching like a magic video or something, I'll put on some music. I like to listen to post rock, like Godspeed You Black Emperor or something like that, or like some like Radiohead, because some like chill, kind of relaxed sort of stuff. Yeah, yeah, of course. Look, the pump spell, of the season. So ideally, I'd like to draw a third land, by the third turn. Oh, there we go. We did it. Never doubted it. And it's actually the perfect one. So if they kill the Leyline Weaver, oh, they just have their own. Ah, Temple Trap. A few times in the previous games, I wouldn't mind of seeing that guy. That was an aggressive use of the Grow Extra Arms, but I actually don't mind. Sort of, I feel like it keeps us ahead because it prevents them from being able to play a 4-drop here and make use of their own, like make use of the mana. Like this seems like a much worse turn than they could have had. Interestingly enough, what do we think? Do I attack with that? I can't use the mana this turn, but I think I want to. They've shown that they'll trade off like a more valuable creature, like their own Leyline Weaver with this. So yeah, debating whether to Enweb, but I probably should have Enwebbed, and so I can recast that next turn. But actually, I don't mind getting the bird out. Sorry, the human villain. Actually, I think this turn's a bit better because now we can go in web, and we can also play the Fanatic. So this is kind of what I envisaged would happen with the deck when I built it, and it didn't really play out that way in any of the first 3 games. Like the two that we won more due to like things running out, and that third one we lost because the opponent was just doing some competent things where we were just messing around with shit. Shame we didn't have any mana there. Pay 0. Okay. Yep, they're off it. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's a trophy. Do they call them trophies in this? I don't know. We were undefeated anyway. Good times. I'm thinking this has been a Through the Omenpaths double draft. Pick 2 draft even. I know what things are called. Thank you.